There's no doubt that Dubai's rapid transformation is one of the most remarkable economic stories of the 21st century. Its economy today has not only grew using tourism or oil money, but has also diversified into finance, tech, and trade. But under all the flashy buildings and modern roads, not everything is as steady as it seems. Dubai may have truly become the dream city it claims to be, but actually it is just another shining illusion, hiding deeper problems beneath. Today in Beyond Economy, let's dig deeper into the very problematic sectors that is nearly killing Dubai and making it lose billions of dollars. One of the biggest signs of Dubai's financial troubles can be seen in its real estate market. To understand this, we need to go back to 2008. During that time, Dubai was growing at a breathtaking speed. Skyscrapers rose almost overnight, luxury villas spread across the desert, and massive man-made islands grabbed global attention. Money was flowing in from all over the world, and confidence was sky high. Developers and investors believed prices would only keep rising, so they borrowed heavily to build more and more. This easy access to credit created a huge property bubble. When the global financial crisis hit in 2008, everything changed quickly. Demand for property collapsed, prices dropped by nearly 50%, and countless construction projects were either paused or completely canceled. As the crisis deepened, foreign investors rushed to pull their money out. Many buyers who had purchased off-plan properties, meaning homes that were not yet built, were left stuck with half-finished buildings or nothing at all. The real estate market slowly began to recover in the mid-2000s, giving hope that the worst was over. However, that recovery did not last long. After the oil price crash in 2014, Dubai faced another long downturn that lasted until around 2020. During this period, property prices fell by nearly 30%. Even today, the market has not fully recovered. Data from the Dubai Land Department shows that in several areas, property prices are still 25 to 30% lower than their peak levels back in 2014. Now in the 2000s, many of the same warning signs are appearing again. The biggest issue this time is oversupply. Dubai continues to build at an aggressive pace, adding more apartments, villas, hotels, and shopping malls every year. While some demand exists, it is not growing fast enough to match this constant construction. In 2023 alone, villa prices increased by about 18%, and overall home prices rose nearly 19% year over year. The city recorded more than 116,000 property transactions worth around $117 billion. On the surface, these numbers look impressive, but beneath them lies a major problem. A large number of these properties remain empty or unsold. Affordability is another serious issue. Luxury homes attract wealthy foreign buyers, but they do very little to support the local economy. During the Ukraine war, many wealthy Russians moved their money to Dubai and bought multi-million-dollar properties without hesitation. This sudden rush of rich buyers pushed prices up rapidly. In 2023, rents jumped by almost 27%. Today, families pay more than $67,000 a year for an average apartment, a cost similar to living in prime areas of Manhattan. For most residents, this is simply unaffordable. As a result, many people who work in Dubai cannot afford to live close to their jobs. A report by Property Finder showed that nearly 70% of Dubai's population are renters. Even more concerning, many buyers are not purchasing homes to live in them. Instead, they are investors hoping to resell quickly for profit. This creates speculation rather than long-term, stable growth. When global interest rates started rising and economic uncertainty increased, many of these investors pulled their money out, just as they did in the past. Despite these risks, Dubai continues to build at full speed. Buying unfinished homes again has become common, repeating the same behavior that contributed to the 2009 crash. And the problems do not stop with real estate. Changes in population trends are now revealing deeper cracks in Dubai's economic system. One of the most overlooked signs of Dubai's financial strain is the quiet exodus of expatriates. Over the past few years, tens of thousands of foreigners have packed up and left the city. Dubai's population is made up of around 90% expatriates, ranging from low-wage laborers to highly paid professionals. These people have been the backbone of the city, building its skyline and keeping its businesses running. Now, many of them are leaving, and the impact is becoming impossible to ignore. There are several reasons behind this shift. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies laid off workers or reduced salaries, and even after restrictions were lifted, the job market did not fully recover. According to Oxford Economics, around 900,000 jobs were lost across the UAE in 2020 alone, with expatriates making up the majority. Even highly skilled professionals were affected. Major airlines like Emirates and Etihad laid off thousands of employees. Hotels, restaurants, and event companies followed. Small business owners struggled with high rents and low demand, forcing many to shut down completely. Financial pressure increased across the board. Credit card defaults rose by about 15% in 2021, according to Emirates NBD, one of the region's largest banks. Many expatriates found themselves trapped in debt with no long-term safety net. Unlike citizens, expats do not receive government support, and losing a job often means losing the right to stay in the country. In most cases, people have only 30 days to leave after their employment ends. This strict visa rule has made life especially difficult for middle-class families trying to survive. As families left, schools saw enrollment numbers drop sharply, forcing some to close permanently. Daycares, supermarkets, and small retail stores also suffered. Even large shopping malls reported lower foot traffic. With fewer people spending money, another major weakness in Dubai's economy became more visible: its rising debt. Dubai's debt problem is one of the least discussed parts of its financial story. On the surface, the city appears extremely wealthy, filled with luxury hotels, massive projects, and constant development. But behind this image lies a growing debt burden. In 2023, the International Monetary Fund reported Dubai's direct government debt at around $49 billion. However, this figure does not tell the full story. When the debt of government-linked companies is included, the total likely exceeds $80 billion. Dubai owns or controls many large companies such as Dubai World and Dubai Holding. These companies borrowed heavily during the real estate boom of the early 2000s. In 2009, Dubai World shocked global markets when it announced it could not repay $26 billion in debt. This moment exposed the risks of Dubai's growth model. Abu Dhabi stepped in with a $20 billion bailout to prevent a full collapse. But this support came with strings attached. Abu Dhabi gained greater influence over Dubai's decisions, and even the Burj Dubai was renamed Burj Khalifa in honor of Abu Dhabi's ruler, clearly showing who had provided the rescue. Today, many of the same risks remain. Dubai's economy is still heavily dependent on real estate, tourism, and trade, all of which are highly sensitive to global events. While the city has tried to develop other sectors, debt continues to play a central role in its growth. A 2022 report by S&P Global warned that many government-related entities still carry large, hidden debts. These debts do not appear in Dubai's official budget. Instead, they sit within semi-government companies that operate like private firms, but are ultimately backed by the state. Credit rating agencies such as Moody's and S&P have repeatedly warned that Dubai's financial position looks stronger on paper than it truly is. The IMF estimated in 2023 that Dubai's total public sector debt could be as high as 78% of its GDP. Beyond debt, another major risk looms large: Dubai's heavy dependence on global tourism and travel. Tourism has been a major success story in recent years. In 2024, Dubai welcomed more than 19 million international visitors, surpassing pre-pandemic levels. In just the first half of the year, 8.55 million tourists visited the city, beating the 2019 record. However, this success comes with hidden dangers. Tourism is extremely fragile. When COVID-19 hit in 2020, international travel stopped almost overnight. Hotels were empty, flights were canceled, and events disappeared. This showed how quickly the entire sector can collapse. New global risks are now emerging. Russian tourists, once a key market, have declined due to sanctions and political tensions. Chinese tourism has also slowed because of economic challenges at home. At the same time, regional competition is increasing. For decades, Dubai stood alone in the Gulf as a liberal, luxury-focused destination for global business and tourism. Now, countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar are following the same path. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 aims to attract more than 100 million visitors a year, directly competing with Dubai for tourists and investment. This growing competition matters because Dubai relies heavily on foreign money to keep its real estate, retail, and tourism sectors alive. If investment and visitor flows slow down or move elsewhere, the entire economic structure could be shaken. Another concern is Dubai's focus on luxury tourism. If wealthy travelers cut back on spending during global downturns, the city lacks a strong local population to fill the gap. Dubai's leaders have shown in the past that they can act boldly and adapt quickly. They are not blind to the cracks forming beneath the surface. However, with a small local population and a heavy reliance on foreign money, the challenges ahead are enormous. Whether this period marks a turning point toward reform or the beginning of a longer decline remains uncertain. Only time will tell. Let me know your thought in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for our next interesting video coming soon. This is Rob, and you're watching Beyond Economy.